Hey
Back
there,
to Total Chiefs
Cowboys
News.
fan. Let's talk about something that's been on everyone's mind lately, Mike McCarthy and his future with our beloved Dallas Cowboys. You've probably heard Jerry Jones' latest comments, right? He suggested that extending McCarthy's contract isn't crazy at all. But is it really not crazy? That's the big question we're diving into today. First, let's set the stage. The Cowboys have had quite a roller coaster of a season. From starting strong to hitting that brutal 5-game losing streak, it's been a mix of frustration and glimpses of hope. Just last Sunday, we broke that streak with a wild win over Washington. And now, as Thanksgiving approaches, we're sitting on a 4-7 record. Not exactly where we wanted to be, huh? Now, here's the twist. Despite the ups and downs, Jerry Jones is sticking by McCarthy. He even called him an outstanding coach and pointed out that McCarthy is a Super Bowl winner. But let's be real for a second. Does winning a Super Bowl over a decade ago still carry enough weight to overlook the struggles of recent years? And what about us, the fans? We've been through it all. The disappointments in the postseason, the missed opportunities, and now, a season that's not living up to our expectations. So here's what I want to know from you. Do you think McCarthy deserves another shot, or is it time for a change? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Seriously, I want to hear from you. Before we move on, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell. Your support means everything to us as we push toward our goal of 12,000 subscribers. Let's make it happen together. Alright, now that we've set the stage, let's dive deeper into McCarthy's track record with the Cowboys and see if it really justifies Jerry Jones' confidence. Stay tuned! Alright, let's take a closer look at Mike McCarthy's track record since he joined the Cowboys. When he came on board, there was a lot of buzz about what he could bring to the table. After all, this is a guy with a Super Bowl ring, something we've been chasing for way too long. In his time here, McCarthy has given us 3 back-to-back 12-5 seasons. On paper, that sounds pretty solid, right? But let's not forget what really matters, the postseason. And that's where things start to get tricky. Under McCarthy, we've gone 1-3 in playoff games. For a team with Super Bowl aspirations, that's a hard pill to swallow. Now, here we are in 2024, and things aren't looking great. That streak of 12-5 seasons? It's already out of reach. And yet, Jerry Jones still believes in McCarthy's vision. Why? Maybe it's the idea that McCarthy knows how to win when it counts. He's done it before. But the question we have to ask ourselves is, can he do it again, here and now, with this team? It's a tough call, and honestly, I'm curious. What's your take? Let's do a quick vote. A. McCarthy deserves another chance. B. It's time to find someone new. Type your answer in the comments below, and let's see where we stand as a fan base. And hey, while you're at it, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Every subscription helps us grow and keeps you in the loop with the latest Cowboys updates. We're building something special here, and we'd love for you to be part of it. Alright, with McCarthy's history in mind, let's shift gears and talk about Jerry Jones' recent statement and what it really means. OT everyone talking. When he went on 105.3 The Fan, he didn't hold back. Jones called the idea of extending Mike McCarthy's contract not crazy at all. Bold, right? Here's the thing, Jerry didn't just stop there. He doubled down, calling McCarthy an outstanding coach and reminding us that this is a Super Bowl winning leader. He even went as far as saying there's nothing in his body language to suggest the Cowboys are planning a coaching change anytime soon. If you didn't know better, you'd think Jerry's already made up his mind to stick with McCarthy no matter what. But let's not forget the context. This statement came right after we broke that losing streak with a win over Washington. Sure, it felt good to get back in the win column, but does one win change everything? Or is this just Jerry trying to boost morale, both for the team and for the fans? Now, let's be honest, this statement isn't going to sit well with every Cowboys fan. Over the past few seasons, McCarthy has been a lightning rod for criticism, and this season has only added fuel to the fire. Jerry's comments are bound to stir up even more debate. So here's a question for you. Do you agree with Jerry's confidence in McCarthy, or do you think he's out of touch with the reality of this team? Share your opinion in the comments. I'm genuinely curious about where you stand on this. And remember, if you're enjoying these updates and discussions, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. We're aiming for 12,000 subscribers, and with your support, we'll get there in no time. Next up, let's talk about how the fans' perspective and pressure could influence this situation. Alright, let's talk about you, the fans. Because, let's face it, your voice matters. Cowboys Nation has never been shy about expressing its opinions, and this season has been no exception. When things were falling apart during that 5-game losing streak, the frustration was palpable. Social media was buzzing, stadiums were filled with murmurs of discontent, and the calls for change were louder than ever. Jerry Jones might say he's confident in Mike McCarthy, but he's no stranger to the power of fan opinion. The question is, how much does it weigh on him? If there's one thing we know, it's that Cowboys fans expect excellence, and rightfully so. For a franchise with our history, anything less feels unacceptable. Now, let's consider the timing. Thanksgiving is just around the corner, and the Cowboys are set to face the struggling New York Giants in a game that will have all eyes on them. A primetime stumble could be catastrophic for McCarthy's case. Imagine the backlash if the Cowboys can't deliver on one of the most watched games of the year. This brings us to you. Do you think the fanbase should have a bigger influence on Jerry's decisions? Let's do a quick poll. A. Yes, Jerry should listen to the fans more. B. No, he should trust his own judgment. Type your answer below and let's see how the community feels about this. And hey, don't forget, if you're enjoying this discussion, subscribe to the channel. Your support keeps these conversations going, and we're so close to hitting our goal of 12,000 subscribers. Let's get there together. Now, with the fan pressure building, let's look ahead at what's coming for the Cowboys and how these next games could shift the narrative. So, what's next? The road ahead for the Cowboys is both a challenge and an opportunity. The next 4 games are against teams currently sitting under .500, a stretch that, on paper, looks favorable. But as we all know, there's no such thing as a guaranteed win in the NFL. This stretch could be a make-or-break moment for Mike McCarthy. If the Cowboys take care of business, the narrative might start to shift. Winning cures a lot of problems, right? But if we stumble, especially against weaker opponents, the pressure on Jerry Jones to reconsider McCarthy's future will hit an all-time high. And let's not forget the larger implications. A solid run in these next few weeks could put the Cowboys back in the playoff picture. It's not impossible. But it all comes down to execution and whether McCarthy can rally this team to turn things around. Now, here's where you come in. How do you see the Cowboys performing in the next 4 games? Let's do another quick vote. A. We'll win all 4 and get back on track. B. We'll struggle and split the games. C. It's not looking good, we might lose most of them. Drop your answers in the comments below. And while you're there, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Your subscription not only helps us grow but also ensures you're always up to date on the latest Cowboys news. We're aiming for 12,000 subscribers, and every click gets us closer. With the path ahead laid out, let's wrap things up with a final reflection on McCarthy's future and what this all means for Cowboys Nation.